What's going on, beautiful souls? Coming to you with another video. My daughter started sports, right? I'm trying to make sure she stays on the right track, but I feel like our teachers aren't really. This has nothing to do with the teachers. I feel like the school system is not really doing what it's supposed to do. However it's built, however it's structured, I feel like it's not really doing what it's supposed to do for our kids. I've seen so many articles on kids feeling like they left behind, the parents feeling like the kids are left behind because of what they know, tests or qualifications on getting into some of these schools. It's becoming a lot harder, and I feel like the schools, and that's what I'm saying. You could say it's against melanin kids or against any kid that's a minority, but it seems like they're making it harder. And this is besides I forgot what it was actually called, affirmative action. That was saying, like, that whole ordeal. I don't even want to talk about that. That wasn't even the case. That's what I'm saying. That was actually there to help, and then folk thought that they wasn't a part of it. Then when they removed it, they ended up hurting themselves, including everybody else. Astonishing how that plays out. I feel like my daughter, this goes into me. I feel like I can do a better job, and I'm working on it. I'm working on myself. But I feel like that we can do a little bit better with how we're structuring these schools to make sure the kids stay alert. I had made the point. I was like, maybe school should go back to being privileged. Maybe school should go back to being for the kids that actually want it. Maybe we should go back to teaching school like it would be survival of the fittest. We should start, I was saying, we should start chopping the block. And here's what I mean by that. There's enough kids that try. There's enough kids that show good effort. Let's keep those. Let's ditch all the kids that don't have a GPA. I remember being so many kids that they would ditch school. They would go and be at the after school program, be at the court hooping, playing football or whatever. But they got a 0.00 GPA. They are failing every class. This no child left behind bullshit didn't help anybody. It didn't help anybody. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I saw this crazy tweet or a TikTok, or it might have been a regular video, and it was just like how we knew who were the special ed kids in class when we was in school. How come when we got to being an adult, we don't know who's who? We don't know who's who. Now we mixing the special ed kids with regular society, and don't nobody know who is. And and that's what they were saying. Those could be the people that you're tripping off of. Those could be the people that you have something to say, or they're causing some issues, or some kind of disturbance, or about to fight, somebody get hurt, somebody get shot, something crazy. But it was all because it might have been these folk. That was in these special ed classes and don't know, and when nobody really thinking about it, right? Which is hilarious. Not really, but it's pretty funny. That's why I'm just like, there's a lot of situations in this time right now where I'm just like, we got work to do. We need to learn how to move some stuff around, and so we can get these kids a little bit more consistent. Because at this rate, I'm already seeing the crazy stuff. Because I'm saying, at this rate, it ain't many folk that want to be engineers. It's not many folk that want to be. There's still people that want to be pilots, but like mechanics, it's not many. Like the younger generation, I don't really see a lot of them that want to be mechanics. Like my daughter, she wants she's artistic, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And mainly we're talking about the men. There's women that want to be mechanics and want to be handymen and stuff like that. That's dope. That's actually pretty sexy. Don't have an issue with it. But then we start talking about the men and how we have a lack of, right? But then the jobs are changing too. As I say, I know this is all over the place. This is how my mind works. But I'm talking about my child. It's just like, I want her to pick something that, besides art, that she can really do that might actually benefit the world. And that's what I'm saying. Having sons now, it's a different feeling. Because now I get to do stuff that I thought was interesting, and you never really know how well your mind works until you start using it. And that's the thing now. Even though I have kids, I don't know what else I think I made the comment. That's what I'm saying. Like, somebody was speaking about family, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I second this, and that's what, if I can find it, I'll even stitch it, right? But dude was like, if I have to choose between dealing with you and dealing with a child, I'd rather deal with a child. I'd rather you just give me a child than me always have to deal with you. To be honest with you, it was a straightforward statement. That's pretty much what he said. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. It's pretty much what he said. He said, if I have to deal between you and the child, I'd rather take the child. But he would say, are you okay with giving me? Are you okay with giving me your eggs? Because that's all I really need you for. It was a woman that said, this is unsettling. I don't think I like this. Don't nobody give a fuck what you like. The fact is, it's more people on the planet that think like that and it's more women that think like that than it is. I would say it's a lot of women that think like that. Not that there's more women than men that think like that. I don't care to say that. The statement would be, I know enough women that also think like this. Then that makes the statement not valid, but it makes it understandable to where it's like, oh, cool. That's why I know a lot of men that think like that. I know a lot of women that think like that. It don't bother me. But now, a lot of people you know how people are, they'll have an issue with it. But it's like, why you got a problem with it? Just because what? You know what I'm saying? Because you grew up in a good house or a good environment, what? Because that's why I say at the end of the day, I really feel like my kids, we was chilling. And that's what I'm saying. For my daughter to be like, nah, dad, like, you was kind of softy. All right, it's some stuff that I could have worked on, but I wasn't beating you. I was talking to you. I was communicating. Oh, the puppy. I was communicating. I opened my mouth. I let you know what this world was and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So to me, for my child, I felt like I was doing the right thing. And that's why I say, like, everybody, when it comes to having an opinion about parenting, I just want to get down to the nitty gritty of it. I don't really care for everybody's opinion. I just want what's going to best help my child in the situation that we currently in. What's going to help me get through my child easier. That's what I'm saying. Those are cute dog too. It's dogs all over the place. They just be roaming more. My goodness. But that's really what my thoughts and my focus be on, because I see enough parents that don't tell their child about how the real world is, and then they get out here and they get bamboozled. And I don't want that for my child. That'll break my heart. And I'm trying to tell you really how this world is. And it's what, Dad, I'm still going to do my own thing. Not realizing there's enough individuals like that, they try to move without understanding how the world works, how God is trying to protect you in this world versus how the world works. It's just sickening because it's so many dark souls on this planet. It's so many people that are just interested in taking advantage of you, and you won't really realize it. This is a new page. I don't really care. This is my sports page. I'm gonna talk about it if I feel like talking about it. But there was a scenario that happened, and I don't really care to call out the parent. But but to my YouTube channel and how I'm chopping it up with y'all, I gotta tell y'all the story. My daughter, she got a teammate. The teammate has already told my daughter that oh, the coach keeps changing my position, I'm just gonna quit, right? And I'm telling my daughter, I'm just like watch out for that kind of energy. You don't really want quitters in your circle. No, I was like, no matter how you slice it, you don't want quitters in your circle. If you're telling me just because your position gets changed, how about you actually work on your game? And that's why I say, like, boys and girls is different. Because I was saying, like, because me as a friend, I'm talking shit, especially if you ain't no real hooper. That's just me. You talking about quitting, and that's what I'm saying, like, you can keep that energy. I'm going to talk you out of it. Nah, you shouldn't quit. Just go harder. No big deal. Like, we got 8 games. It's a long season. I don't say, what you about to quit before you even the first game? The thing is, I think they found out, you know how kids are. The kids have found out that I'm a trainer, right? But with me and understanding who I am now, there's clients that I just won't take. Just how in any other industry, I understand, and that's what I'm saying. I'm getting up there in the hair industry or whatever industry that you're in. There's clients that you just won't take. You go, I'm good. And like, people don't understand that. It's just once you realize that there's clients that you won't be able to to help. There's people that you won't be able to assist, like clients or customers, whatever term you want to use. There are souls that you're not going to be able to help. It might seem like you can't, or you might from the outside looking in, it might seem like it's a decent situation. But I was telling my daughter to analyze the situation. Me and our mom, we always talking. We in the living room chopping it up, and we reading through the conversation. And I'm having Nicole talk to the girl. I mean, she's expressing what's going on, and I'm like, Nicole, look how she's wording it. We got a gym membership, and instead, like it was just like, you can't go, and she got a gym membership, and like I was reading it, and I was like, oh, I think the dad is the one that brought up the gym membership. Oh yeah, you get a 2-week free. Know what I'm saying? I called my dad because I was just like, hey, I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. How, like, was this said right? And I explained it to him, and he was like, oh, hell no, this is your job. You don't just do this for fun. You want to help kids get better, but at the same time, you got to teach your daughter to not let others use your resources that you have just for them to get a better outcome. And that's the thing, like, single parent or not, I'm not trying to look for the best deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work with real businesses. I'm trying to work with they black businesses, cool. I'm trying to work with black businesses, and I'm not trying to get no discount, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's funny. We'll have somebody that can assist us in our community in whatever it is that we looking for. But then we also looking for the handout. We also looking for the discount. We also looking for the free stuff. How do you expect anybody to grow a business like that and become reputable and become an actual household name in assisting others, especially when it comes to our black youth, if all you looking for is a discount and some free shit? This is when I stopped caring about being around certain people. And I don't know if this is gonna hit full circle, but I'm glad that I'm able to just talk. What I realize is the people that don't want to get their own memberships, I'm talking about anything from Costco, a gas card, you being a friend and you offering it is something different. If you got souls in your life that are okay with, hey, like I just got my membership, but you talking about, hey, I heard you get a free 2-week trial. What the fuck they got to do with you? What they got to do with you? What they got to do with you and what you gonna have to pay? And that's what I'm saying. Folks will be sitting there trying to get all this free stuff, not realizing the situation in front of them is actually golden. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it like I'm trying to hype myself up, but I've coached all ages, elementary all the way up to high school, and I got college up under my belt. I got cats that play deep in leagues that I've trained with, that I've helped get better, that I've assisted, that I've coached. I got cats at the college level. I got cats at the high school level right now, still hooping. And that's why I just been doing it for so long. It's a passion for me. Then when I run into kids, that's why I was waiting to talk to the coach. I'm saying I might not even have the time. I might not get to some of these kids until after season. And what I mean by that is, like, I want to assess these kids. I am very much I'm only interested in the kids that actually have effort. And that's what I'm saying. It's not about talent. It was never about talent. Talent can get destroyed easy. All talent got to do is not work hard. And that's why I said, like, that's the main thing that I'm concerned about. Is that's really my only concern. Do you work hard? Can you listen? Can you comprehend? 1, 2, 3. Work hard, comprehend, listen. Oh, we good to go. I can turn you into a beast. Offense, defense. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. And that's the thing with me. I wanted to become the trainer that just help kids get to where they need to be, so then coach can actually utilize them. It's a lot of coaches that want to be trainers, but they can't. They don't have the time. I'd rather do the training. I have kids. I've been doing this for well over 12, 13 years now. So I'd rather just do the training and deal with the kids and then come to the games and then support. And I'll even work with high school coaches or whoever, like whatever offense you run, let me know what it is. I can set my child up and train them so then they can get their shots when in their offense. I don't even need the coach to do that. I go to games and sit and analyze things just like that. And then I come back to my training and I'm like, all right, this is how you get your shots. This is what we need to work on. That's how dope I am. That's how analytical I am. I'm a Virgo. If you want to say, oh, Kobe, whatever. That was my favorite player. I wasn't even a Laker fan. I was a Kobe fan. I studied Kobe. I bought all his books, read all of his books. So that's why I was just like, I'm different, but I'm also trying to be helpful. But then when you realize that everybody is not here to be dope with you, they just want to use you, that kind of change your demeanor with a lot of stuff. I'm realizing, because now it's a lot of folk that I don't care to. I'll see them or how they talk or how they're treating their child or vice versa, and I'm like, nah, because I'm a different basketball coach. I don't say my dadding is completely different. But when I step on a court and I'm trying to get you somewhere, I'm a completely different individual, and I don't like being compared because my coach persona, I'm just trying to get you to wherever it is you want to go. I don't care for anything else once we step on that court. My dad mode is completely different. I don't even like them intertwining, if I'm being honest. I don't even like them intertwining. But that's what I'm just saying. I'm a decent individual that just wants good for all children, whether they're in my possession or not, whether I'm around them or not. That's why I said the way that I seen the dad, it was practice today, and the dad was like, nah, can we leave it to the other time? Because I don't have nobody to drop my daughter off. The rest of the team was like, nah, we could do noon. And dude was yelling in the group chat like, wasn't nobody listening to him. And it's just like, dude, you're one out of how many kids that may not be able to make practice. And that's why I was just like, situations like occur, and depending on how you handle them, you don't know the outcome. That's what I'm saying. You don't know these people's mental status, what level they're at, how like if they screwed off, if they screws is loose or not. And that's what I'm saying. I don't have an issue with it, but I'm just gonna let you crash out. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, my daughter can't hang out with your daughter besides practice. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm peeping stuff like that. And I was saying I'm allowing my daughter to make her own decisions with a lot of stuff, but also I'm telling her like to what to watch out for, because it's enough users on this planet. And I was saying I'm not gonna allow my daughter to be one. I'm gonna make sure that she knows and has all the tools that she needs to make sure she's successful in life. But I'm also not gonna allow anybody else to. And I'm calling y'all children out. Just like I call mine out, I'm calling everybody's children out. I was saying like I really don't care. I was like, everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. I want my daughter just to be the best individual she can be, right? But then like I'm saying, the more we realize that this area just ain't meant for us, which is funny because I had already knew it, but that's why I said sometimes you just kind of got to roll with the punches, right? And beautiful things can come out of dark situations. I have to really understand that. Just because a situation isn't exactly how you want it, you can still squeeze all the juice out of that situation, if that makes sense. You can still take a bad situation and still get a good amount of pulp and juice out of it. That's pretty much what I meant by that. That's why I be having to say God is good, because it's a lot of folk that don't have the optimism. And that's what I spoke on to my daughter and me and hers last video. They don't have the optimism. Then when it comes to these situations, you can't even speak kindly to yourself to make sure that the situation is going to turn out good. You already thinking pessimistic. You already thinking negative. You already thinking the worst is going to happen. And that's the thing. It's okay to know. Here's how I think of it. I don't know about y'all, but it's okay to know something bad might happen, but then prepare yourself for the worst. If that makes sense. That's how I would put it. It's okay to understand that this world is evil, but then still prepare yourself for the worst to come. I think that's pretty smart, wouldn't you say? About to say, are they done?